Wesleyan, what was
Is it?
it? No, that's your name. He's dead. He's Tench.
I was making up.
No, yeah, I just told him. I keep forgetting. Davis? Is that what it was?
Thomas.
And so Tench, we got Wesleyan Thomas. He's dying to talk. I mean, his MO doesn't make sense. I'm thinking, we were talking to those guys with single mother issues, but now the mother is single.
Is this the guy that likes shoes? I don't know if I can put up another one of these.
Not that I know of. I know that his acts of violence aren't always sexually motivated, and it doesn't get him off, I don't think.
Let's just keep it to the script this time, Holden.
There's no scripting of that. Hello, Mr. Thomas.
Hi.
I'm Agent Holden.
Agent Holden, pleasure to meet you.
My partner, Agent Tench, will be here in a moment. Would you prefer Wesley or Adam?
How about Wes for short?
Wes?
That's how I like to go by, Wes.
Wes sounds good. Tench, you're coming here? Yeah, he's probably looking up golf course or something. So I don't know if what you've been told, but we are conducting research, interviewing men like you, to try to, how to put this in layman terms, stop the escalation. You have a sealed juvenile file, but your mother spoke about it, actually. You attacked a female teacher.
She deserved it. She was asking for it.
I understand that. What did she teach? I mean,
Math.
how did you do it, math?
Algebra. She taught algebra. I sucked at algebra. I mean, it was a living hell, algebra.
Yeah, algebra can be a bitch.
And she tormented me because of my lack of algebraic knowledge.
I don't understand that test you come in or not. My father would scream at me for ending a sentence with a preposition. So until I get that. Anyway, so Wes, he's talking about
Somehow
juvenile.
this had something to do with algebraic and revenge. You enjoyed it.
I did.
Or was it revenge? Or was
well,
it both?
It was all of the above. I did enjoy it. She thought she was such a badass talking down on me because I didn't know algebra as well as everyone else, and she knew it, and she paid for it.
Is that why you penetrated her with a slide rule?
Yes, definitely to show her what it's like to learn a hard
Show
lesson.
her who's boss, right?
Right,
Hard
show her
lesson.
who has the real knowledge here.
Actually, I find that quite poetic.
Teachers, I mean, I can't stand my teacher.
He done her a really hard lesson.
But especially her, she was the worst of the worst.
He didn't talk about this. He did his time. He was 18. I mean,
What was it about her
she
that made her
was
so different? What was it?
She was mean, she was strict, she was talked down to people, especially those she thought were lower than her.
So you caught her down with a slider.
And I resented her talking down to me because I did not understand algebra and algebraic knowledge and
I'm
all
sure
that.
she understood after that, right?
Oh, she got the message dead and clear. Yes, she did.
So, of course, we're not here to talk about your youth. When we're here to talk about the crimes for which you're convicted, we're doing a study about men like you, men who commit murders of the same sort, and they're same, and we're simply gathering information. This will not affect your parole hearings either way. And you will be cut with subject W. I think we're on W, right?
Well,
Holden and some of our other colleagues feel that there was a genuine value to gathering this type of knowledge.
Well, Wes,
yes.
do you feel that if you had been more counseled rather than penalized and put in a juvenile facility, that maybe you could have understood in your adult life that she was a bitch?
Wake up to the reality of the bullshit. Counselors are just part of the problem. They act cool, but they too are in on getting you.
Oh, I know. I see a psychiatrist for a job, and she was a total cunt from hell. I mean, this woman, there was always the right answer. I mean, I always think of her when, I think about your juvenile case, but we're not here about that.
All right.
We're here about the mothers.
The mothers. That's where it gets more serious and where I had a real cause, a real issue.
Well, it's what you're in prison for now.
Because the society does not understand that certain people need to be annihilated. They don't get it. They let them live. That's a justice system for you. So someone's got to be the judge in this matter. So I had to take up the job.
So, do you regret letting that teacher live?
In a way, I do. Because I wasn't being nice to her. I cut her a break.
Literally.
Yes, I did. I was being extremely nice compared to other things I've done. I was being way too nice.
Do you find teachers are worth saving? I mean,
Good
they're good
teachers.
people.
Like the
Good
history teachers, literature teachers I had, taught me a lot. Like, for example, Shakespeare's Titus Andronicus, or Titus as it's commonly known. That was very inspiring play about revenge on those who are wronged.
So, you identify with that play very much then?
Yes, I do. Like Titus did not cry and weep and mourn. He took action and took vengeance on those who fucked with him.
So, you think Titus was tougher than Hamlet?
Yes, way tougher. Hamlet was wishy-washy, for lack of a better way to put it.
Well, in his defense, it was his mother involved. So, do you think? I mean, how did you feel about that?
Well, quite honestly, many times the mother can be the problem, because the mother is an enabler.
Yes, she is. You know what? Sometimes I look at my mother, and that's stupid hypocrite. She had those so humiliating, and I just wanted to ring her.
That's not a big
with
deal
a
to
broomstick.
me.
She made me sweep the kitchen with.
That's not a big deal to me. The hairstyle is hairstyles. Big whoopee.
Did you really do that, Holder?
I said I wanted to. Tench. The woman, she turned a mad beast because I didn't like math either. I was screaming.
Nobody likes math. Someone's got to show the math teachers that we hate math once and for all.
My mother was a nurse. She thought she knew so much about anatomy. I should have shown her that broom. She put my hands.
That sounds fun. Why didn't you pursue your creative objectives when you had the chance? You don't know what you were missing out on.
Because my father told me not to.
Well, don't talk to me about fathers, because the first one was abusive, and the other ones afterwards they were drunk and abusive and not good fathers at all. Not fit to be parents, in my opinion.
Did you consider them father figures?
For a while when I was a little kid, but when I was a teenager and grew up some more, I realized that they were wrong and I was right. That all along they were trying to fuck with me. They were trying to manipulate me into
I don't
believing
know
their
if I
bullshit.
believe this mission killing shit. It's just about
Nobody's
power.
saying that. Mission killing. I mean, um, yeah, I totally understand. I mean, what did he know? What did they know? There's traits in your mother's lives like they own the place, right?
First of all, get it right. It's nothing to do with power. It's all to do with justice, real justice that society does not dish out on those who do unjust things to people.
So you don't find the police force to be adequate in your.
No, just a slap on the hand, and they put them in jail for a while. They come out again, like some of my father's stepdads were in jail. They came out and were the same old way again.
Your mother
Apparently
dropped charges, didn't she?
dropped charges. They were worsened by prison and became even worse drunks and drug addicts, and it was disgusting.
I completely understand. I mean, my mother was disgusting enough, and I mean, she my father before was a train wreck. I mean, I'm thinking, Mom, why do you ever get married to begin with? Why do you ever have children?
And what's totally worse is that my mother enabled those men by letting them in to do all their shit.
Into your world with her.
Yes, I felt very ashamed of her and ultimately very angry at her for being the enabler of them. And I decided that the enabler is the root of the problem.
And you were
pull out the root of the problem, the enabler of it, then you solve the problem. Am I correct?
It makes sense to me. You were guarding the fortress, protecting the world from her, protecting her from the world and yourself.
Right, because you ever been verbally abused or beaten by a drunken asshole who wants to be your father? It's not nice.
What was the relationship between your father and your mother?
Well, the relationship was off and on. He was a drunk half the time, and he was a crack addict. He was a drug addict, and
he was abusive.
He was abusive. He'd get drunk and high and stupid and start abusing my mom, and then.
So do you think that maybe he encroached upon your life just so you fuck your mother more?
I think so. He wanted to have sex with her. Afterwards, they'd make up and have their make-up fucks and all that, and.
Those are the best.
Meanwhile, the kids are the ones suffering while they're having all the fun doing perverted, nasty things that the law does not really protect us from.
I'm so sorry, Wes. But we're really wondering, how you pick the women who, you're convicted of murdering.
How I did it selectively. I went around observing the women about me.
Random, because it seemed pretty random.
Well, half random, half decisive, because I had a picture in my mind of the women who I actually wanted to get at. And I observed women on the streets treating, bad-mouthing their kids, hitting them sometimes. Kids are impressionable. What happens to them when they're kids, they will form them and mold them. And I felt for the kids. They should not be with such a bad mother.
And parents think kids are going to forget everything, and they think their children are dead.
They don't. They remember it till the day they die.
Oh, I know they do, definitely. I mean, I'm surprised that my mother's vagina when I came out of it. I was glad to be free.
Kids are not stupid. Everyone thinks that kids are just stupid little animals, but they're quite smart. They know what's going on.
Smart animals.
Well, they aren't blinded by the bullshit that society tells us to do. Just you know.
They tell the truth. They don't let society's propaganda relabel things for them. They call it for what it is. And I kept that quality as I was growing up.
So my question is, you are charged with sexually motivated aggravated assault on the women, and they were left posed for their husbands to find them, and it was always when the children were away. So you always use inanimate objects.
I see you note my masterwork, my masterpieces. I hope you all liked them
Sick
because...
son of a bitch, I can't take this.
Please. I'm trying to explain myself here. Why does everyone have such a cow?
So if they didn't remind you of your mom, would you break down?
Well, I just felt like I didn't do it for lust of sex. I did it because of an anti-sex feeling, because I was disgusted with sex being used as a weapon.
Well,
So I was using sex to be the ender of all enders of definite weapons.
Well, a lot of rapists use power, but you don't see that way?
Once again, I told you it has nothing to do with power, all to do with justice, real justice. That is my goal.
Like the algebra teacher.
Right. That's where it started, where the idea popped in my head. Yes, I can make real justice happen. All I've got to do is make it happen.
So, a knife sharpener, a cylindrical piece of wood from a hardware store, the end of Louisville Slugger, were these simply handy, or were they representative in some way?
Well, sort of poetry and action figures, so to speak.
So, why knife sharpener?
Well, that I don't understand the
on
image
the
I
spot.
had behind that one at the moment, but I guess because put the nose to the grindstone, I guess you might say. I mean, I had a very
Good way of saying it.
I had images for everything I was using when I was using them. It was not just blindly grabbing and using randomly.
Well, I mean, it was, your first murder that we know of, or that you were victim of, rather. So you really did think on the spot.
Well, the
What about
first
the others?
one was tough, experimental. I didn't know what to do. I was a bit sloppy in that murder, I'll be honest. I was a bit sloppy. No, I wouldn't call it murder. That's a nasty word. I'd call it pursuing justice, I was sloppy in that because I was just beginning at doing it for real, doing it where it matters.
So, were you euthanizing them or rescuing their children?
I was rescuing the children. I did not harm the kids. In fact, I even hugged the kids and told them, "You're free now. Go be happy."
You should have harmed the kids.
I should have harmed the kids.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sick.
You're sick.
Why should I have harmed the kids?
No,
Kids don't
he-
deserve to be harmed. Kids are special. Kids deserve good
He
things
says,
in life.
why should you not have harmed? He did not harm the kids. The kids are gone.
Because I want to beat my kids sometimes.
That is sick. That is disgusting. Like my father's, I mean, you don't want to beat kids. You don't even want to talk or think about it. That's what disgusts me.
So,
Well,
It's a good thing I'm here and not out there. Otherwise, I'd
spankings
continue
and retribution.
my work of justice.
no. I mean,
You never spank your son.
he's special needs. So he irritates the shit out of me. So I just beat him. Makes me feel
Well,
better.
they are
So-
human. Don't you know they're human? They cannot help it. They were born that way. That's how the so-called God created them.
Yeah,
And they're with
that's
you
wrong.
like it or not.
And
Work
you
with
know
them.
we'll have to unscramble that reel of tape. This may be
See, my whole point. We live in a society where the law officers glorify and beating their kids. So someone tell me, who's the real criminal here?
That's an incredibly good question, and I think that's why, amendments are made frequently. Not enough, but
Not nearly enough. Only after the problem has already done too much damage already. Because people never learn until after the shit falls. Then they realize, hey, we got a problem. Let's do something about it.
so
I'm proactive. I see the problem ahead of time and I tackle it before it becomes a problem to do it. And what do
So
I get
you're-
for it? I'm
you're
here.
performing a public service.
Yes, I am. And I don't ask for any pay for it. I don't ask for any praise or any.
Make an omelet, you have to break a few eggs.
Well, yes, and I pride myself in making a kick-ass omelet too, for that matter. Just give me the eggs and I'll do it.
I do like mine with black forest ham.
You gotta draw the line somewhere.
Oh, I do draw the line. I'm very careful. I'm very cautious. I draw the line on the kids. I let the kids alone. They don't deserve any more abuse than they're already getting.
Yes, actually, with the files, the kids were either at sitters or at friends' houses. She caught the mother or parents from coming back from being out for the kids or had to return. So, why kill the fathers?
Why? I'll be honest. The fathers are assholes being enabled by the mothers. And they're drunk, drug addicts, abusing kids, bad examples, hypocrites, Bible thumping assholes who beat kids in the name of God. That disgusts me. Are you not disgusted by that? I am disgusted by that.
It's totally disgusting. I agree, but what about the women and children, no husbands?
Well,
Why them?
Then I hope that those women will get with some man who's better for them, who will treat them right and treat them with respect. I sincerely hope so. If not, then I'll have to get back to my work again.
Well, you could have always started an online matchmaking service.
That doesn't do any good. That just brings out the nut jobs and wolves in sheep's clothing who get in and then proceed to manipulate and do worse harm than anyone else.
If these screw people are wolves in sheep's clothing, how would you describe yourself?
I am a very honest, upfront person. Everything I've said to you is honestly what I feel, what I do, and
I believe you.
Well, I did it my way. How else can I put it?
So, but you had to pretend, right, to be one of those assholes to get in the house, didn't you?
Little play acting here and there. Yes, I did take some theater, read some drama, took theater courses, and
Susan Waterboard, right?
Well,
There's a gas leak, right?
Well. Now you're assuming that because I worked for the I worked for the sewage and water board, that I was just some ignoramus bureaucrat. No, I was very well read. I read some fine.
Well, you're
plays.
convicted because of your work log.
How sad that such great minds are here, while people who are making things worse are out there talking to me like I did something wrong. Somebody go figure.
Well, I completely understand what you're saying.
Why?
What do you think?
So you don't think a life in prison is punishment enough?
Oh, I even make the most of it here. I have fun with a lot of these people around me. They're quite lucky that I'm in a situation I am, or I would get rid of them because they are just plainly annoying idiots, for lack of a better word. They bore me.
So, who are your favorites? I mean, the skinheads, the Born-again Muslims, what?
I don't care for the Muslims. I don't care for the skinheads. I don't care for any of those assholes.
So you take care of yourself.
I take care of myself, and you know,
Like you always do.
I get along quite well. The first time I was in, I had to prove myself, let them know that I'm not someone to fuck with, and they got the message, and I pretty much roam about as I will, you know.
Oh, it's another prison. Like, oh.
I guess so. I don't know, but life is a prison, is it not? We move from one prison cell to the next.
Oh, yeah.
And
That
then
will
we
happen.
die and go to an eternal prison somewhere. Be it heaven or hell, it's still an eternal prison.
We really do appreciate your cooperation, and we talked to the warden, you know, about not moving around so much.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
And as for doing what I was doing, it's been a good while since I've had a really good, decent meal. Can y'all see to it that I get nice, tasty food, meals on it? Real food, not the tired old prison food.
I think maybe I could get a Big Mac X-rated.
Or like a good bacon cheeseburger or something. You know, long
Yeah,
since I had a
too.
good bacon cheeseburger. I love bacon cheeseburgers.
Next time.
Or a
Scout-
pizza. I love
Scouts on
pizza.
there. I'll bring you some.
You know, long been since a pizza. Y'all take it for granted because y'all have pizza places where you go, but we don't have them here. You know.
I completely understand. I'm sure the warden will get us no trouble. I mean, we have a certain amount of time for our flight, but when we come back, we want to talk to you further, and we will get you burgers or pizza. But while we're here, I'm curious, why the Glasgow smiles, so to speak? Why cut them like that?
Well, why not? You might say before all this shit happened that wonderful Batman movie came out, and the Joker in it was very inspirational to me.
Well, yeah, he is the arch villain.
So he's so-called arch villain, really a very enlightening individual when you look at him up
that
close.
doesn't sound like how you view these women. I think it sounds like perhaps my mother, she always thought she was beautiful, even she wasn't any longer. And, you know, sometimes I wish I could put her in her place.
Well,
Do you want to make them ugly?
Those women were asking for it. And
They
not
should
to-
have been more mothers, not trying
Right.
to
Not to mention adding that just because they were a little attractive, they thought they could be all, you know, condescending and snobby, too, you know.
Joker is your idol? I mean, that's someone that
I
you look up
admire the Joker. He kicked ass. He definitely kept the Batman on his toes, you know. I mean, he definitely, his feet.
to. Fucked
I
up
mean,
if that's who your idols are.
a very enlightened philosopher, like a
well,
modern Nietzsche
Riddler,
almost.
Two-Face.
Yeah, Two-Face was a bit misdirected. Riddler, I don't know.
Well,
but-
they were all secondary. I mean, clearly he's the best. I mean, he deserves own Harley Quinn.
I mean, the Joker was definitely on target, on focus.
Joker is anti-establishment.
Well, it's great. Look at the establishment it's done to us. Has sent people like me here, well, people like y'all out there to just watch more injustice going on. Somebody go figure.
So you don't feel like your alleged crimes have anything to do with it?
I don't think they're crimes. That's such a nasty, negative word. Crime. Constructive action is how I like to view it.
Well, I said alleged. You know, so, I get what you're saying, but
We work
maybe help me find some clarity.
we work hard at pursuing injustice in our own ways.
Yes, that's why I speak to you right now. To
Then-
protect boys like you were in juvenile hall from.
And good, you hear me. You'll step out there and pursue real justice. hearing
Yes,
it from me,
we
and
will.
do it in my name too. That's all right if you wish. You know, as long as real justice happens.
That isn't
There'll be no
necessary.
more abused kids. There'll be no more assholes running society. You know.
Wes, believe me, we are using this data to talk to boys like you were in juvenile hall, and trying to learn how we can stop them from doing something to land you in here.
Well, it's simple. Be nice to them. Don't abuse them. Don't make their lives hell. And they'll grow up happy and hearty and healthy and normal, whatever that means.
I believe it to be a euphemism. What do you think?
What?
Healthy, heart, normal.
It doesn't happen very often. But
I think, Wes, do you think anyone's actually happy, hearty, normal?
I see a lot of people who are, and well, you know, what can I say? Apparently they were in a lucky situation when they were younger where everything went hunky-dory for them. There are very few problems, if any at all.
Have you ever wondered if maybe they were just blissfully ignorant?
Yes, blissfully ignorant of the reality that life is pain. To master life, you've got to master pain.
So
the point where it no longer hurts
in a
you.
way, you were teaching people things they won't look at themselves.
Yes, I am a teacher, a misunderstood teacher, probably a misunderstood prophet for that matter
tries
too.
to bring balance to the world by making things more evil.
No.
Evil is incredibly extreme. No one's
Evil is a
extreme.
very negative, annoying word. I bring constructive
Good,
balance.
evil. That's so Old Testament, right?
That's old bullshit if you want to believe all that biblical bullshit. The fact of the matter is, people do things to the point where I have to do things to stop them from doing things.
You protect the human race.
Yes, it's a thankless job, but I did it anyway.
So, do you feel that your time spent in incarceration has helped you be better off? I mean, well, let's admit it, after you got out of juvenile hall, you evaded apprehension for some time and killed anyone.
Well, more reflective. It made me think on what I did, how I did it, what I could have done, what I should have done, and
You still don't have the time.
if I ever get out of here, I could even do it even better than I did it before.
Unfortunately, it can help with that, but your participation in the study is very much appreciated, obviously. And your candor, even more so. I mean, not enough people understand, that
Right.
everything isn't just cut and dry, just how laws are written. Many are so antiquated, right?
Right, no problem. Thanks for getting it. I'm so tired of dealing with so many ignoramus people who don't grasp the real concepts of things. What's really going on.
Sorry, they turned out your room. That wasn't our intention, and I'd be upset if that happened to me as well.
Yeah, well, we did not ask for that. In fact, only the warden was supposed to know we're coming. So,
The wardens, please, I got them in my pockets.
So, women, besides, your alleged victims and your mother and your teacher, I mean, women, have you ever gone on dates?
Yes, I have. Very few women have ever actually been attracted to me. I don't know what it was, because I think that I look good enough. I'm not hard on the eyes.
Not at all.
But yet for some reason a lot of women look at me and turn away, and
because they're stupid.
I guess so. They are stupid, and it's sad. That aggravates me that so many stupid people are running things and dictating how we live and think. I want to put an end to that too. or I did at the time. That's how I felt.
I wish I could, but unfortunately I have a badge.
It's like another great philosopher said, Iggy Pop, your pretty face is going to hell, you know.
And the inferiors hang from the poison tree.
That too, yes. Not what I'd use, but I like how you put it.
Grab us another drink.
Hey, will you get me some coffee, please? No, bombed up. So, the women you have, dude, I'm sorry. He's having a bad day, and
Whatever. I'm used to dealing with such people, you know. I've been where I've been all my life. You know, it's mild compared to stuff that I've had to deal with.
you know, I feel he treats me like he's my father because he ranks above me, and I find him completely unfair. I find that he should not use a title like, say, his ranking, like, you know, this like your mother, being your mother, to determine what I should and shouldn't do. Like, it's gospel.
Here we're on the same page. I agree
Yes,
with
we
you.
are.
That I've always had trouble with authority figures trying to impose their authority on me, like they're better than me because they have badges. Please.
I have a badge, but I have a badge because I need a paycheck. And I really thought I could make a difference. Not unlike you.
If you want to make a difference, jump out and take action. Throw away the badge, get yourself a gun, get yourself some weapons, and go carry it out. You're not going to make much of a difference being a prisoner in the system.
Well,
and you are a bigger prisoner than I am because you don't even know it. That's the funny part about it.
Yeah, I know.
At least I know I'm a prisoner.
I hear our partner about to walk in the door. That's how much a prisoner I am. Hey, thanks for coffee. So, you have any questions for us? That's Noah's love life.
I have a badge, see?
That's fine. I've seen badges and authority stuff all my life. It means nothing to me.
I mean, you know, I find that's very intelligent. And if, you know, if he approached me on the street, even if I had a child, I would have a babysitter around a date with him. Just to talk.
I'm a very civil gentleman, you know. There's nothing I like more than an intelligent conversation with an intelligent lady. By lady, I mean in the real sense of the word, not just some regular floozy barfly woman, but a regular,
not
real
like your mom
lady.
Either.
You know,
not
there's
your mother
nothing
either.
I relish more than an intelligent conversation with a real lady.
Did you consider your mother a lady?
She was, but she got so corrupted by the men who she enabled that her ladiness ceased and she became a floozy woman.
I was always a whore. I can't even date men from the same state. My brothers.
Then you get where I'm coming from. Why are you not helping me out with the
Your
cause?
mother, she was a good woman.
Yeah, my mother was meeting my partner. Of course she was. I'm going to say, like I said, we're simply trying to understand your side of things.
And I believe I've spelled it out very honestly, clearly.
Yes, you have, but...
In a society of lies, I'm telling the truth.
I know
I'm being
you are,
real.
and I'm riveted. I like to hear more, so, what's your favorite physical type of woman?
Well, I'll be honest. Call me superficial, but I like women who are somewhat reasonably physically attractive. The more physically attractive, the more I am turned on, to be honest.
But what you define as physically attractive, and like TNA, less TNA, what color hair?
I guess I'll be pretty blunt. I am a tits man. I pretty much, maybe it's shallow.
Nice
of
fat
me,
handful, right?
But I look at women because, well, the tits draw me in, I guess. I have to be blunt. It's kind of crude, I admit, but that's how I go about it.
That's very honest. I had a big breasted stripper give me a rotor once, and it was amazing. You liked it too.
Let's just stick to the
I believe that. Y'all
Yeah.
hypocrites. Y'all